World War II wasn't decided by bravery alone. It was decided by weapons that erased cities, shredded armies, and rewrote the rules of combat forever. These aren't just famous machines. These are the deadliest weapons of World War II. Let's start from infantry weapons. MP-40 used by Germany. Developed for fast-moving mechanized warfare, the MP-40 became Germany's iconic submachine gun. Firing 9mm rounds at a controllable rate, it was compact, reliable, and devastating in close quarters. Its strength was mobility, perfect for urban fighting and armored crews. However, limited range and stopping power made it ineffective beyond short distances. PPSH-41 used by Soviet Union. Born out of brutal Eastern Front conditions, the PPSH-41 prioritized raw firepower over refinement. Its blistering fire rate and large drum magazine made it terrifying in trenches and city fighting. Cheap to produce and easy to maintain, it flooded Soviet units in massive numbers. But poor accuracy and heavy recoil limited its effectiveness at range. M1 Garand used by United States. The M1 Garand gave American infantry a decisive technological edge with semi-automatic fire. Chambered in .30-06, it allowed soldiers to fire faster than any bolt-action opponent. Reliable and powerful, it dominated infantry engagements across Europe and the Pacific. Its only drawback was the distinctive ping when the clip ejected, revealing position. STG-44 used by Germany. Designed late in the war, the STG-44 introduced the world to the assault rifle concept. Combining rifle accuracy with automatic fire, it excelled at medium-range combat. It proved revolutionary and deadly in skilled hands. But limited production and Germany's collapsing industry kept it from changing the war's outcome. MG-42 used by Germany. Engineered to dominate the battlefield through sheer firepower, the MG-42 fired at an unmatched rate. Its devastating suppressive fire earned it the nickname Hitler's buzzsaw. Highly reliable and terrifying to face, it controlled entire sectors of the front. The extreme ammo consumption, however, created logistical strain. Browning M1919 used by United States. The M1919 served as a backbone machine gun for American forces. Reliable, accurate, and adaptable to vehicles or ground mounts, it provided sustained fire support. Its strength lay in consistency and durability across all theaters, but lacked the raw fire rate that made the MG-42 so psychologically lethal. Lee Enfield No. 4 used by United Kingdom. Built on speed and precision, the Lee Enfield allowed British soldiers to fire rapidly with bolt-action accuracy. Its smooth action enabled trained troops to rival semi-automatic rifles in rate of fire. Durable and accurate, it performed in nearly every environment. Still, it required high training levels to reach full potential. Next is explosives and anti-infantry. Hand grenades. Hand grenades were among the most lethal infantry weapons of the war. Cheap, portable, and deadly in confined spaces, they cleared trenches and bunkers with ease. Their versatility made them indispensable. However, short throwing range exposed users to extreme risk. Tellermine used by Germany. Originally designed as an anti-tank mine, the Tellermine proved devastating against infantry as well. Packed with explosives, it could obliterate vehicles and soldiers alike. Its simplicity allowed widespread deployment. The lack of anti-handling features, however, made it dangerous even to friendly troops. Satchel charges. Used by engineers and assault troops, satchel charges delivered overwhelming explosive force. Perfect for destroying fortifications, bridges, and armor, they were brutally effective. Their strength was sheer destructive power, but carrying and placing them often meant near suicidal exposure. Flamethrowers. Designed to flush enemies from bunkers and caves, flamethrowers inflicted terror as much as casualties. Their psychological impact often caused instant surrender. Extremely effective in close combat, especially in the Pacific. Yet operators were prime targets and suffered extremely high casualty rates. Let's move to anti-tank weapons. Panzerfaust used by Germany. Created as a last resort tank killer, the Panzerfaust was simple, cheap, and devastating. Its shaped charge could destroy any Allied tank at close range. Ideal for ambushes in cities, it changed infantry anti-armor tactics. Its major weakness was extremely short effective range. Panzerschreck used by Germany. Inspired by captured bazookas, the Panzerschreck delivered greater penetration and power. It became a serious threat to Allied armor. However, its size and backblast made it cumbersome and dangerous to operate without shielding. Bazooka used by United States. The bazooka gave American infantry portable anti-tank firepower. Lightweight and reusable, it proved effective against early war armor. But against heavier late-war tanks, its penetration struggled. PIT used by United Kingdom. The PIT used a spring-launch bomb instead of rockets. It delivered tremendous penetration without backblast, ideal for ambushes. However, heavy recoil and difficult reloading made it unpopular with troops. Next is tanks. Tiger I used by Germany. Built to dominate the battlefield, the Tiger I combined thick armor with an 88mm gun. It destroyed Allied tanks at extreme ranges with ease. Mechanically complex and resource-heavy, it became a logistical nightmare. Panther used by Germany. Designed to counter the T-34, the Panther balanced armor, firepower, and mobility. Its sloped armor was revolutionary. Early reliability issues, however, plagued its combat debut. T-34 used by Soviet Union. The T-34 redefined tank warfare with sloped armor and mass production. Fast, rugged, and deadly, it overwhelmed German forces through numbers. Cramped interiors and poor early optics limited crew effectiveness. IS-2 used by Soviet Union. Built to smash German heavy tanks, the IS-2 carried a massive 122mm gun. One hit could destroy almost anything. Slow reload times reduced sustained combat capability. M4 Sherman used by United States. The Sherman wasn't the strongest tank, but it was everywhere. Reliable, easy to repair, and produced in massive numbers, it enabled Allied momentum. Inferior armor made it vulnerable in direct duels. Atomic bomb, Little Boy. Little Boy was the first nuclear weapon ever used in warfare. It changed human history in a single flash. Developed under the Manhattan Project, it was a uranium-235 gun-type atomic bomb designed to be simple, reliable, and devastating. Dropped on Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, from the B-29 bomber Enola Gay, Little Boy detonated roughly 600 meters above the city, releasing energy equivalent to about 15 kilotons of TNT. In an instant, temperatures reached several million degrees at the core, flattening buildings, igniting fires across miles, and killing an estimated 70,000 people immediately. By the end of the year, radiation sickness and injuries would double that number. Militarily, the bomb demonstrated overwhelming destructive power unlike anything ever seen, instantly rendering conventional defenses meaningless.